April Reed here, and you're listening to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast, episode 28.
Want to work less and sell more? Welcome to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast, the podcast to help you scale up and take your business to the next level with webinars that sell for you. Each episode focuses on the money mindset, online marketing, and sales strategies to get you more leads and convert leads to sales, all with webinars. And now your host, business and webinar strategist, April Reed.
Hey, so in this episode, I want to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes that's keeping you from your highest earning potential. And I call them mistakes because most coaches are using these tactics as their main go-to. And I really want to show you another way. Okay, so mistake number 1 is not teaching a system. So what do I mean by not teaching a system? Well, if you are a new coach and you're not quite sure of your target market or your niche, you may not be teaching a particular system. Now, I'm going to really attack my business coaches here. So maybe you are a success coach or a business coach, and you help your clients build a successful business. And you can help them with anything from mindset to social media marketing to booking more discovery calls, or just really building a strategic plan with how they're going to grow their business. And that is fantastic. But the thing here is when you stretch yourself too thin and when you try to be all the things, it really makes you mediocre at all the things. And so what I love about teaching a system is that you find that one piece, that one go-to that you teach over and over and over again, that you become an expert at, that you become known for, that not only do you become an expert at it, not only do you become known for it, but you're going to find a way to do it better because you're doing it over and over and over again. You're not getting a client that this client needs help with how to create an ebook, and then the next client the next day needs help with how to grow their Pinterest account. And it's spreading you way too thin. And I want you to know this, that when you teach a system, not only do you become a better coach and a teacher for your clients, but they get bigger results because it is a step-by-step process. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you need to do over and over and over again. And think about it. If you coach multiple people through the same steps, through the same system, how can you not perfect that? How can you not find better ways to make that system better? Now, I've talked about this before, several episodes ago, how to create your coaching package. And I mentioned in there to teach a system. You definitely want to teach system. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't teach people mindset. That doesn't mean you can't help somebody with their ebook. But pick a couple of things that you want to be known for and build a system around it so that it's the same steps every time that you can perfect as you go along. And this system that you're teaching could easily turn into a course. It can turn into a group program. And if each step, which I highly, highly suggest that each step, so let's say you have 5 steps to one system, each step should lead to a measurable result. If each step can lead to a measurable result, you can even see about dividing those steps into their own paid program. How about that? Which, if you listen to episode 21, Coach Aisha goes into that. Okay, so another reason why you want to teach a system is that it's so much easier to promote a system than yourself. There's that know, like, and trust factor, and people must like you, and people have to know who you are and resonate with you. And if you are a little shy to put yourself out there and really toot your own horn and talk about how amazing that you are and the gifts and talents that you possess, it might be easier raving about a program that you design that get results. It may be easier to say, hey, come join my 90-day weight loss system versus, hey, hire me as a coach. I'm able to get amazing results. You might find it a whole lot easier to talk about your program, to talk about each steps, to talk about the results of each steps. And it just makes it easier to help you promote what you're trying to offer. And the longer your clients work with you, the better the results they're going to get. So having a system that's a 6-month program, or even if it's a 2-month program, but I'm really talking about a 6-month program, 6 months to a year, the longer that you can have a client work with you, the better results they're going to get and the deeper their transformation. Okay, so let's get down to mistake number 2. Now, mistake number 2 is depending solely on posting in other people's Facebook groups. Now, listen. So leveraging other admins' Facebook group is a wonderful first paying client strategy. When you're testing the waters and you're really trying to figure out what your niche is, you definitely can leverage Facebook. You can post once a day, 3 times a day, answer questions, be visible. If they allow it, do video and do connection calls, do coffee chats, just to get people on the phone, just to have conversations, just to see how you can be of service. And then from there, inviting them to a discovery call. And you can definitely get clients this way. But I do not advise this as a long-term strategy. Maybe you like conversations. Maybe you like to talk. And if that's you, that's great. But even still, using Facebook groups as your main marketing, if it's not your own particular group, it's just not scalable because you have to do the posting. Or even if you're smarter than that and you can hire a VA to do the posting for you as if he or she were you, it's still not scalable. And that's what I love so much about webinars. So get this, if you did nothing else but doubled your traffic, so let's say you don't close more, like maybe you're closing at a 10% rate. So every 10 calls that you have, you're closing 1 person on those calls. If you did nothing but double that number to 20, you would double your income because now at a 10% rate, at 20 calls, you're closing 2 of those people. And that's what I love about webinars. It's that one-to-many where you can invite people to a consultation with you. Double the traffic, double the income. All right, so let's go on to the 3rd mistake. Now, this mistake is particularly for webinars, but it could also be if you own a Facebook group or if you're also posting on social media. And it's giving away too much content. Now, I know I hosted a show about help. I'm afraid I'm giving away too much content. And I'm not really talking about giving away your best stuff for free because you do want to give away your best stuff for free. You want to give away a lot of content. But what I'm talking about with too much content is overwhelming your audience with too much detail. You definitely want to be strategic about all the content you're giving away. Clearly, you don't want to give away all the steps in your program. Why would they purchase? Why would they buy? So that's another mistake. Giving them way too much detail to where they just feel like, whoa, I have a headache. I can't do this. And as you know, confused minds do not buy. You can definitely overwhelm them to the point to where they do not take any action whatsoever. And you want them to take some action. The action being either, yes, I want his or her program, or no, I don't want his or her program. But just to be, well, I don't know, I'm overwhelmed, my head's hurting, it looks like it's too much, I'm just not going to take any action at all, doesn't help you and it does not help them. You know that you can help them. And overwhelming them to the point that they just stay stagnant is not good and it does not serve them. So yes, you want to give away your best stuff, but do not overwhelm them with all the how-tos. And that leads to giving them the what, giving them the why, but you don't have to give them the entire how. You give them why it's important to do this thing. Why is it important to do step 1, which step 1 is in your program that you're trying to offer them. What it is that they need to succeed, that's part of step 1. But you give them a little bit of the how, maybe that first initial step, that quick win, but you don't give them all the how. That's what you're for. That's why they need your system. That's why they need you. Okay, so just to recap, the 3 common mistakes that you're making that's keeping you from your highest earning potential is mistake number 1 is not teaching a system. So if you are a coach and you do not have like a 5-step system, take what you're already teaching and divide it into 5 actionable steps. So mistake number 1, not teaching a system. Mistake number 2, depending solely on posting in Facebook groups. That is not scalable. And I'm talking to my wannabe 6-figure earners here, or wannabe multi-6-figure earners, 7-figure earners. Okay. And mistake number 3 is giving away too much content that's overwhelming your audience. All right. So hopefully you think about these mistakes, and to combat them, you're going to look at your system and you're going to try to figure out, okay, how can I take what I'm already teaching? What am I saying over and over and over again? And potentially putting it into some kind of a system. Use webinars. You can continue to post on social media, but don't let that be your number 1 go-to. Use webinars so that they can double your audience, double the reach. You don't even have to use webinars, though I do want you to use webinars, but any platform that's one-to-many, like a podcast or even a blog. But if you ask me, webinars take the cake. And mistake number 3, giving away too much content. Look at the content that you are giving away, and you want to pick, maybe teach one of your steps, but just go deep, or making sure you're giving a lot of why it's important and what happens if you don't do it, and just a little bit of the how. So if your how is 10 steps, just give them that first step, that really quick win. So why do these 3 mistakes keep you from your highest earning potential? Well, when you teach a system, you can charge more because it's a system. It's a proven step-by-step system. And there are people out there that are willing to pay for a proven system. So instead of offering one-off sessions or month-to-month retainers, you can literally have a 6-month system that you can easily promote. And there are going to be people that are going to purchase your system because it's a system. So that's your highest earning potential, is charging more for that system. If your system gets results and is value oriented, you can definitely charge more. Now, mistake number 2, using webinars. Well, again, like I expressed, just by doubling the number of consultations that you receive, if you did nothing else, if you learned nothing else, if you didn't become better at your discovery phone calls, just by increasing your traffic, you're going to earn more. And the best way to do this, or one of the best ways, is definitely not the only way, but one of the best ways is to use webinars. And lastly, you want people to feel a sense of, I can do this. And you want to give them that quick win, but you don't want to give them so much that they're thinking, well, you already told me how to do it. Why would I need to hire you? So again, giving away too much, giving them a lot of the how and not enough of the why is keeping you from earning your highest potential. Okay, awesome, fantastic. This has been another fabulous episode. I hope this helps you a lot. Hopefully you tweak some things in your business, but if this is working for you, then it's working for you. And if you would like any additional support in your business, then I definitely want you to reach out to me. Okay, so I'm offering the 2018 Webinar Success Breakthrough Session. This is a 30-minute call that I am offering for the month of March. Can you believe it? March is almost over, and that first quarter is going to be bye-bye, and we're already into second quarter. Are you on the right track? Your first quarter goals, did you hit them? Was it a hit? Was it a miss? If it was a miss, or you want to see bigger results, then you need to book this free breakthrough session so that we can, one, create a sense of clarity about the business you really want to have. Because unless you know exactly where you want to go, you might not know the steps on how to get there. You have to know where you want to go so that you can figure out the milestones and know if you're on the right track. So we definitely want to create a sense of clarity on this call about the business you really want to have. And then from there, we're going to uncover hidden roadblocks and determine the number one thing that's stopping you from having the actual business that you want. Because this is important too. What is that one thing that is keeping you from action? Or if you are taking action, but you're just not getting the results that you have, what's that number one thing? What's that number one tweak or whatever that's going to really move the needle in your business? And it just doesn't stop there, because we're also going to identify the most powerful actions that will move you towards the business that you desire. And you're really going to leave this call full of clarity. And I want you to leave this 2018 Webinar Success Breakthrough Session with joys of excitement, and because you know exactly what you need to do next to create this business that we discovered during the clarity portion of the call. All right, so awesome. If you're interested in this free call that I'm giving away for the remainder of March, then please go to www.aprilreed.com/apply. So www.aprilreed.com/apply. Awesome. This has been exciting. I'll talk to you peoples next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast at www.aprilreed.com.